Today I'd like to speak about being the miracle. It's a term I like to use. You see, whenever we're in a situation of person versus person, or argument, or blame, spite, hatred, either from us or towards us, it's always it's a cycle, eye for an eye, So when I talk about being the miracle, I refer to that as it would take a miracle for one of the people to humble themselves. It's always a downward spiral when it comes to a thing like blame, spite, eye for an eye. An eye for an eye leaves the whole world blind, right? But ain't that the truth? So the miracle here, in these senses, is to forgive, or to silence the ego, and to be understanding. Very hard thing. Very, very, very hard thing to do, especially in the moment. So in the moment, we're caught up in our emotions, in our psychological values, the meanings that we've applied to them. It's too easy to forget that we create those meanings. We have created those meanings and accepted those meanings from our lives. Sure, they make a lot of sense to us, right? Our values are based on our experiences. And it becomes ironic, because as we hold on to those values, as we hold on to our values and our egos, well, that's the same as making a statement saying, I know the world as it is, and I know all that is. What is that old Buddhist statement? You can't fill a cup that's already full. First you have to empty your cup. To empty the cup is to be humble. That's why we meditate. There's a balance that needs to be done here. Because at the one level, you have to be practical in life. You do need values. You do need wisdom from your experience. But to argue those things over another person's values or another person's experience is to say that you've gone through their experience in their life, which is a lot. We might be able to relate to one another in our lives and in our experiences, but we cannot say that we truly understand. So to be the miracle is to say, I am but one eyeball, and in order to see depth, you need two. So when two people come together, it's really easy to get caught up in an argument. It's really easy to get caught up in emotions, and it's easy to have spite or hate or want to take vengeance. It's hard to forgive. It's hard to love while you're being blamed. It's hard to love while you're being persecuted. I think that the New Testament, now I'm not religious, but hey, even if the New Testament was a comic book, I'd say it pretty much shows some valuable information there. Some nuggets of wisdom. Because let's say if it was a comic book, it's still true that there you have a character who's Jesus Christ, who forgave and loved while being persecuted. That's a miracle. Out of all the miracles that he ever did, he ended it with the most amazing miracle of all. And you see, that's the thing, that's the thing that all of us can do. Maybe we don't all know how to turn water into wine. Maybe we don't all know how to walk on water. But within us lies the capacity for forgiveness. And in there we have no excuse. You know, of course we give every single excuse that we can, right? That way we don't have to just love. That way we don't have to just forgive. We make up all these excuses. But it cannot be denied that if all of us had that will, that strength, that courage to forgive and love in anything, the world would be a better place. I like to say that this is an act of free will. Because, well, when we're in that blame game scenario, and always judging or looking onto the past, well, then we're caught in a mechanic structure. You know, it's very much an old ancient philosophy debate. They called it free will versus determinism. Do we have free will, or is everything determined by prior actions and by our experiences in life? It's always an unsettled issue. It seems to be a very strong theme in the arguments between science and spirituality. But if you practice it, you'll find that you can be that miracle, that you can provide that miracle for others, and you can teach that miracle. So what is it? What do you choose?